Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm Peggy.
I'm Amanda. Hold on. I'm being rude and looking at my phone because we need to time this. It's been a wacky day, everybody.
Yeah. So we had snowfall last night, and actually, our road was getting plowed. I saw the plow out there at 20 after 6. I thought, oh, okay, not too bad.
Yeah.
But, man.
Our road was also fine, except that, So Maeve's daycare is following one of the local schools' rules,
right? And so
fine.
So you had to open up late.
Yeah, and Cody had an appointment at 8, so I said, "You go out, you do your stuff. I'll be the one to take her in at 8, or at 10 o'clock." So 10 o'clock rolls around, we get out the door 9:30, and I'm the first car to get stopped by the utility workers. And I was like, "It'll take 5 minutes, surely." Yeah. 20 minutes later, I'm still sitting there. I was like, I gotta turn around.
This is Green Mountain Power?
Yeah. And it was the classic, I don't want to speak ill of Green Mountain Power because they do a lot for us. Right. But it was the one guy up above and 7 guys standing there watching for 20 minutes. I swear, every 3 minutes you'd see the teeniest little branch come down. So,
sorry.
There's trees all over power lines.
Yeah.
This is the new normal in Vermont. It's like this wet, heavy snow that causes so much damage.
Yeah, knocked our internet out at the mill here.
Yeah.
Which you don't realize how much you rely on the internet until you actually don't have it. So
yeah.
But you're here.
I'm here, and everyone made it. Everyone in my life made it to where they needed to go today. Good. So we're happy about that.
But we're in a rush to do this because it's already late in the afternoon, and we got something to do. So I'm here with no makeup on.
And I'm here with total hat hair. But here we are. You get us today.
Hey, but come on, positive news. We have
so much good news.
It happened.
The spinner.
The spinner is here.
Oh my God.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And DMAG, really the guys that the rigging company, they are so good.
They're so pro.
Yeah, we're going to share with you lots of pictures and whatnot, but it's really cool to have it in here.
Yeah, should we just get right to it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here is the spinner arriving last week on, this will be Thursday.
Yeah.
All right.
You got to get the camera. Look what's backing up. They're good.
They're really good. I have yet to edit the clips that you have just seen there, but I hope I leave in some audio of you, and you're like, oh, what do you think about how are they going to get it off the truck?
Yeah, there were a few moments that were a little nerve-wracking, especially when they put that fork underneath and there was like a quarter of an inch. I'm like, one good bounce, and but anyway, it's all good.
It's incredible that stuff like this happens every day in the world.
Yeah.
People build this giant machinery. It weighs 4,000 pounds in Italy, and then they just ship it. Yeah. And it arrives here, and it's now in the mill.
It's it's been hooked up for electricity.
Yeah, Peggy and I did our expert leveling.
Yep.
We had to get a special smaller level thingy majigger to get it correctly
a leveling piece to make certain it's absolutely level. It's level. we've turned it on. It runs. We have
Yeah.
one little problem that we need to work out where there's a rod and it's not quite lined up with rollers that roll along the rod. But
Yeah.
I'm
We'll figure
pretty
it out.
confident we're
I'm
going to be
not-
able to figure
yeah,
that out.
I don't think it's huge.
Like we know what we're doing.
We
will figure it out because it's
totally
only
will.
mechanical. It's,
Yeah. Yeah.
So spinner's here, and I think it'll take us a little while to really get a sense of how it's going to integrate into the mill and what it's going to do. But it's great, and we've got we've rearranged the mill, the floor plan, but it feels good.
We made a few game day decisions when the
Yep.
riggers were here, which was, I think, totally the right call. And now, I haven't spent an enormous time in the mill, but it does not feel claustrophobic in a way that we were both worried. And everyone who came here, who we said, we're getting a new spinner, and they look around and think,
They're like, where the hell
are you
where are you
put
going to
it?
shoehorn that in? You know what I think part of it is? We have high ceilings, windows, and white walls. And it just, it's a little tight, but not crazy.
No, it's definitely not. And I think we've got our new skein winder in there. That's great. So
Yeah.
it's just, now we just need to, you and I, spend some time figuring
Fixing
out how
it,
to
and
make
then-
the spinner sing.
Yeah.
And then train our lovely staff to do so. And
Well,
then
train
we'll
ourselves and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, more on that coming.
Yes.
But it's all great. Oh, we're going to talk about a new color. Shall
Oh,
we
I
shift
gotta
gears?
grab it.
Oh, you got
One moment,
one
folks.
moment. But we're taping in the back, which I think is going to be kind of our new studio.
This is just my excuse to show off my cute
Oh
baby
yeah,
bump.
your bump is
Bumping.
yeah.
So
So I think we're going to be taping in the back more because we want to keep the mill going, and everybody was here cranking and don't want to stop.
yeah, so you're in front of our
Yeah,
warehouse
retail
space,
space.
which since the whole holiday sale has been a little bit sparser than usual, but we are actively working to get some more, especially our solids, built back up in inventory. But speaking of solids,
This is so beautiful.
yeah, so this is
This is like
making tracks undyed.
undyed. Au natural.
Yeah. So it's our making tracks, the same fiber that we spin all of our making tracks
Right.
out of. We just simply did not dye it.
We didn't dye it, and it's bright and it's just lovely.
It's lovely. There's not a speck of vegetable matter in it. It's still 100% American wool.
Oh yeah,
We
sourced
spin it
mostly
here.
from ranches out west.
Yep. And it obviously would knit up great with any
Yeah.
of our making tracks,
Yeah.
but also on its own would be absolutely gorgeous.
It's really
or
lovely.
if anyone is a hand dyer at home and wants to like have some beautiful yarn to dye over, this is your stuff. So
Yeah, it's lovely.
making tracks undyed available now.
Yeah.
And this is what's going to come in the kits for our like Torkel kits and our hat kits for a
Right.
white going forward, because we have very little of, or like 2 skeins as of recording left of our other natural
Right.
cream. So
Yeah.
we'll get more natural whites from local farms in stock soon. But
Yeah, but in the meantime,
in the meantime,
We've
making
got a-
tracks undyed.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So knit along. Boy,
yeah.
time flies by.
I got to show you what I have here. Well, first of all, a gift for... Where did I put it? All right, I'm going to have to gift you your gift later because I don't know what bag I stuck it in on my
Okay.
way out the door the 3 times I left this morning. But I have blocked my hat.
Oh, look at that.
And I have to say, I'm restaging this moment because I thought I'll bring it in on the balloon and then show everyone how the balloon trick goes. So, but then, like, this was sitting by the door, and of course my toddler is like, I must play with the balloon. So she already ripped it off. But anyways, she had fun with the balloon. The balloon's back in the hat. But what you do is you blow up a balloon the size of the hat owner's head, which
Right.
in this case is Cody's head, and you stick the wet hat on it that's
Right.
been just like, wrung out in a towel.
Yeah.
Not wrung out. Rolled gently.
Yeah,
and
roll
stepped
gently.
out. And voila. Oh, I put it in the balloon. I think Maeve did that. I don't think I did that.
Is that my gift?
That's her gift. So
Wow. She knows no limits.
you asked me for it, okay? So
Thank you for the balloon.
You're welcome, and
Okay.
I think that looks great.
Actually, that looks great.
Do you have your hat in here?
No, I don't.
Okay, because
but
I was going to
but
say
I will.
if you didn't have a blocked hat, we could compare and contrast. But I think it does a good job.
It looks terrific. It looks
Sweet.
really
His
great.
head's a little bigger than mine, but that's great.
Adorable. Do you want to explain what's written? What's written on it?
It says quote unquote farm, which is what we refer to our farm as. 'cause
Quote
we-
unquote farm.
Farm, the farm. with our 5 sheep, 6 chickens, and occasionally bees.
And occasionally bees. I
Yes.
think that constitutes a farm.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so a new use for a balloon, and in fact, they had them at my general store, Dan and Wits in Norwich, and they had them. I'm like surprised I found them. They were like on the customer service counter in like a candy jar. You could reach in, and they're 50 cents a piece or something. So
Wow.
that's where I got balloons.
That's great. Somebody had sent a tip that you could get, balloons 20 in a pack, 12-inch balloons, probably at Walmart or
Probably
something.
for, like,
I have to
$1.
tell you, somebody else posted the comment of, if you don't want to do the balloon, you can buy a styrofoam head at like
Beauty
Sally's
supply?
Beauty Supply,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
thought was a very clever
I just don't want
suggestion.
a styrofoam head sitting around my house creeping
Yeah,
me
I
out.
would a little bit, but that was also a nice tip.
Less wasteful maybe than
I have to throw out another comment that came in. It was someone was down in Georgia and ran into somebody wearing a Junction Fiber Mill hat,
cool.
and they were like, and had a nice little chat down in Georgia about
That's
our mill.
awesome.
Yeah, I love
so
that.
if you
want to
have those fun experiences, we sure have some good merch for you.
yeah.
But anyways, so your reminder is that the knit along is it concludes 1 week from when you're seeing this. So Tuesday, December 12th is the cutoff to submit your project for selection in our prize drawing, which I'll remind folks is like a project bag, like so, full of yarn. What you do is you submit it through the Google form that's linked on our knit along page through the site. Many of you have figured this out. It's awesome to see the photos.
There's a ton of
in.
photos there. It's very fun.
Yeah.
If I do that, can I see the other photos?
No, you got to go to our Instagram or watch the Millcast.
All right.
Or we have them. We'll put them out there.
Yeah,
but
we'll keep putting them out there.
yeah. So we will let you know. Probably in about 2 weeks' time, who won on the Millcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, great. One other thing, I didn't tell you this on the agenda, so I'm throwing this out at you.
That's fine.
There's a yarn shop in Tennessee called Bliss Yarn.
Okay.
And Deb Peterson runs it. She's terrific. She's been a huge fan of the Junction Fiber Mills making tracks, and she's one of several dozen local yarn shops that are carrying us. And it's been great to hear people making comments on the Millcast that they've seen the yarn at their local yarn shops, and they love being able to see the different colors, which is great. And Deb created a cowl pattern using the making tracks.
Nice,
and
yeah.
it's on Ravelry, and we'll show you a picture of what she
Yeah, I think
what
it's
she
called
did.
the Papillon
Papillon cowl. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Deb, thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we always, if you are designing patterns and want to use our yarn or have used our yarn, just please let us know. We'd love to feature patterns using our yarn.
Talk it up. Talk it up.
Absolutely.
Speaking of patterns.
Okay, I'm really curious what the grand reveal is from you, because weren't you were gonna start something crazy?
Well, first of all, last week I was doing that vest,
Yes.
and I realized I thought I could use a different mohair. Not the case. So I ordered another skein.
Okay, all right. Phew.
Yeah, I don't have a cat, and my dogs have been around yarn always. So I set this mohair ball down, and pardon me, god damn, if Kiki doesn't get a hold of it, she didn't ruin it. I got enough to finish it, but I'm like, what the?
So you already got another skein.
Yeah, I
and
got
this
another
is the one
skein,
that Kiki
but
was
I've set
after.
it aside
my
because I've got
God.
to straighten it out. But I set it aside, which I don't usually do. I usually like to try to finish things. But
Yeah, unlike
okay, so
you.
I'm gonna show you something.
Okay.
This is a hat I
Ooh.
knit a long time ago using up stash.
Yeah.
So it's a
I
hat.
like the folded under brim.
So I did it under brim. So I did about 16 stitches, a picot edge here, and then you fold it and stitch it down. And what's really fun is you just knit a tube, and then the way you bind it off is this 3-needle bind off in 12 panels.
Oh, nice.
So you this way, and that way, and it gives you this sort of puckered
Yeah.
done. So you knit the whole tube, and then you deal with this.
Fun. Okay.
So that's
Love
it. And
did
I
you
thought,
make that pattern up then?
I did. I got the idea for the bind
Okay,
off from
we
my
should
friend John
publish
Crane.
it.
Well, so I thought when I saw what you had done for the sweater that you were knitting with Maeve, I thought, well, wait a second.
Yes.
So, are you ready?
I'm excited.
I haven't finished. But here are the colors I was dealing with because I had, I was doing a bunch of different things with making tracks.
Yep.
And then I started that same hat.
Nice.
So here's the piece that I'm going to be folding under.
So you did a different sort of edge here. You did.
I didn't do the
Okay.
picot. I just did one row of pearl
Yep.
to give it the bend.
Yep.
And now as you can see, I'm working my way up, and it's very simple, and I think it's going to be gorgeous. Isn't that fun?
I think it's so fun, and you're gonna have to write down what the pattern is.
Yeah, and come up with a name. And you could tell, like, if you had more muted colors, you know, you could have more like this.
Is it mosaic or is
Nope.
it stranded?
It's,
like, are you
it's
just
straight. It's I'm knitting. I've got I can
You're
carry
working
in
with two.
one. Yeah, it's knit one this, then the other, and there's a little bit of a pattern going on there, and I won't go into it all. But it's 8 rows. Then you change to another color. Then 8 rows.
So let me ask: could you do it mosaic, where you're just I think that's what you would call it, where you knit slip, and then go back with your
I think
other
you
color?
could, but the advantage of this is you got a warm hat. You have a really warm hat because you've
Okay.
got the double going.
Yep.
I don't know about doing it as a mosaic. You probably could. I think it would take longer.
Huh.
But I can't. I was going to say, I promise I'll have it done at the next Millcast. Maybe. I should. But anyway, I just was having
It
so
looks
much
so
fun
fun.
with that.
The colors are so fun. That's a great stash.
Well, and you can look at it and go, oh, yeah, you did the Soldatna out of that one. You did the...
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm still working on my stash buster, so I will show you. I didn't do a ton of knitting this week either. I'm at the stage of this pregnancy where I'm like, everything must be clean, and
Oh.
everything must be organized, and all the lists must get written and checked off. So, like,
Wow.
it's been a lot of house projects, but
well, that's good.
it's super
You know,
good.
I think it also comes with this time of year.
You think so?
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, it gets dark early, and you kind of, like, you're just hibernating and want everything, yeah.
Yeah, so, anyways, I didn't get super far. I'm on the other sleeve
wait a
now.
minute, that is cute, though. But now they look like sleeves.
Yeah, they are. So again, really, really funky pattern. I'm learning a ton of new techniques, but like these, I'm gonna have to come back and do some underneath sleeves thing because they never attached. They were just knit flat, these sleeves.
Really?
And it was this weird way of joining it to the sides too, which I now did twice, but very
Wow.
similar to this thing that he
Yeah,
had me
yeah,
do
yeah.
with the side. So I can't even describe these things, but they're just techniques I've never used before.
I don't know how Stephen West's brain works.
I don't know either, but it is definitely looking more garment-like
It- definitely,
now. I still,
definitely.
you're supposed to, like, do the ends
You're
as
gonna,
you go.
yeah, you're
and
going to be
I've
doing
done, like,
ends forever.
I already did, like, at least half of them, and this is, like, the stuff I haven't gotten to yet. But anyways,
Very cute.
It'll be done probably in time for Christmas. I've got a few more, like, there's stripes along the bottom.
Yep.
There's going to be stripes along the collar.
Right.
So,
Isn't there going to be a shawl collar?
yeah, it's
Maybe.
like a
Oh.
shawl. I don't even know.
Maybe it's
what
shawl, maybe
called.
it's...
I
Okay.
don't know. But anyways, it's moving slowly along. I haven't cast anything else on
Yeah.
recently either, so I keep threatening to. But then now I've got other Christmas gift ideas for Maeve that are sewing. So I've just been like
Yeah.
in the season of like
Yeah.
making things. Actually, this morning I can I'll bring it in at some point of the stage of doing this, but during our little snow day, I figured
Yeah.
something that was safe to work on with her was I have a bunch of roving like scraps from the mill,
Yeah.
and so I was winding it into a doll head because I'm gonna make
Oh,
her a
good.
little like Waldorf doll. Have you ever made one of those?
No, I don't even know what it is.
It's like a doll that's made out of natural materials.
Of course,
They're very
Waldorf.
expensive if you buy them from
Okay.
like toy stores. But
Okay.
all it is like it's like a wool ball head that you put in like some doll making, like a tube, and then you have to cover it with fabric but it's easy to sew.
Okay.
Mostly, just like wool tightly packed. So I
Yep.
did the doll head this morning.
Okay.
But then it's gonna have a little body I'm gonna sew out of some fabric, and then I'm gonna stuff it with millet that you just buy from the grocery store to give it weight.
Oh,
and then
all
I'm
right,
gonna
okay,
put some
yeah.
lavender oil in it because that's what
That'll
they
give
do.
you... Yeah.
So the idea is that it's a weighted doll, so that when the baby comes, Maeve's gonna have her own like baby to attend
yeah,
to
attend
and
to,
whatever.
sure.
So I'm
Yeah.
working through that. I will definitely. It's not knitting related, but it does contain wool. So
Well, we look forward
I
to
will
seeing
bring
that.
it in,
Excellent.
and you'll be able to see it. But
Oh, that's very good.
yeah, so
Very
she's
good.
still young enough I can work on her Christmas presents in front of her, and Cody's old enough I can work on them in front of him and just tell him to pretend he didn't see it.
Right now I only have one present for Todd, and it's hiding in my closet.
Okay. Don't say it here because he watches this.
He does watch it, but he's
Oh, but
not
now
gonna
he
go in
knows
there.
where to find it.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
true.
gosh. Oh,
We'll be right with you.
so
This is the reason we've been rushing.
we're gonna be on a podcast.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Cool.
we'll give you more information on
Yeah.
that later, but we do have to sign off. We
Yeah,
have
we
one
do.
more
Yeah, we
bit
do
of
have one.
news.
Yeah, we do. It just didn't make sense to try and do a retreat next year. We did 2 in 2023 this year, and we loved them. They were a blast. Loved the people that we
Yeah,
met.
they were so fun.
But you're going to be on maternity leave. Life with 2 kids is an unknown, and it just seemed...
It seemed like a lot for 2024. So
Right.
we've gone ahead and made the decision, and we're telling you officially now, no retreats next year.
Right.
But it is something we definitely want to do again in
Absolutely.
the future. So we're going to
Absolutely.
kind of see.
And we've been kind of cooking up a big idea, but we'll see. It's a little early to talk big ideas.
I think we'll see where the dust settles. Near the end of next year,
Right.
and what we want.
But you can still see us if you are at all around on the 15th of December. We will be at our final of the year open house.
We'll be here.
Right here.
And we have to figure out, now that the new spinner's
I
here,
know,
where it's going to go.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's going to get moved, is the open house. But we have plenty of space in the mill. Don't worry, it'll happen.
And we'll have some holiday cookies, and it'll be great.
Holiday cookies, Christmas music, and plenty of things that could fill your stockings.
Yeah.
Or make a stocking.
Yeah. So if you can at all, come on by and say hello.
All right. Bye.